Then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to take place, stand erect, hold your heads high, because your liberation is near at hand. This is from St. Luke's Gospel and is the first Sunday of Advent. Starting on the first Sunday of Advent each year, we begin to tell the story of Jesus of Nazareth. The story of Jesus coming on earth tells us of God's love for us. When we look at God's love for us through the life and death of Jesus of Nazareth, we have reason for much hope. The time of Advent is a time of waiting for the coming of God into our lives and into our world. We wait in hope. When these things begin to take place, stand erect, hold your heads high, because your liberation is near at hand. The key word is liberation, to be free of those things which hold us back from God and from each other, to be free of those things which prevent us from growing into the kind of person God intended us to be. God's liberation frees us for what really matters in life: friendship with God, human relationships that have joy and harmony, living a happy, fulfilled life. God's love for us liberates us and gives us hope. Hope is an attitude of the heart. Hope arises in our hearts and in our lives when we firmly believe that God is with us and that God is faithful to his promises. Emily Dickinson, an American poet, described hope in this way: hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope is deeper than optimism. Very often hope comes into its own when optimism dies. Our optimism can be rooted in a whole variety of human circumstances. Hope can only be rooted in God. Even when there are no grounds for optimism, there is always reason for hope, because God is stronger than the forces that threaten to engulf us. This is the heart of the gospel message, especially during Advent. Light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Advent gives us an opportunity to begin again. The extraordinary thing about our relationship with God is that God allows us to begin again and begin again and begin again. Human relationships, we cannot begin again. There is always emotional baggage which gets in the way of beginning again, but with God it is different. God allows us to begin again and begin again and begin again. With God we can turn over a new page and start again, which is what we do this Advent. Irish poet Brendan Kennelly put the hope for a new beginning like this: though we live in a world that dreams of ending, that always seems about to give in, something that will not acknowledge conclusion insists that we forever begin. Blessings of Advent on you all.